What's up, Victoria? It's Victoria, and today we're going to take a look back at my December 2024 purchases 1 year later. If you are new to my channel, this is a lot of what I like to do. I like to be reflective of purchases I made in the past, look at them, reflect on them, and I hope that will help me make better purchases in the future and more thoughtful purchases in the future. If this is something that you think you would like in your feed, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like and the hype button before you leave if you have the hype feature. And also, welcome to MESSMAS. I'm on Patreon and I have channel memberships. Those are linked down below as well. But also, most importantly, make sure you check out my pinned comment. Down there, I will have links to support people who need your support right now. If you have additional funds, those people need it, and I will hope you consider sending it their way. This is a series I like to do on my channel. I like to look back on my purchases last year and to see if they were good purchases. And I like to do that and just kind of like ramble thought my way through that with you. I only actually purchased one makeup item in December of last year, which this has kind of been fairly common for me. The last couple of years I've been tracking this kind of thing. I either buy like one thing in December or I buy like many things in December. But I was getting pretty fed up at the end of last year with the political things happening in the United States. And I was like, I don't want my money being defunding things I don't want it to be. And I don't want my money in things I don't want it to be in. And like, unfortunately, like, I don't think I have complete control over that, but I have a little bit of control over that. So I only bought one thing. I showed some restraint. And I used that 20% off Sephora coupon that they send like after they do the Sephora sale to purchase this item. And it was the Armani Silk eyeshadows. I don't know what they're actually called. And I have the shade 67S, which I think is also called Sparkle. Now, I was already wearing another eyeshadow, but I did put it on top of this. I bought this because I really liked the Frost shade that I bought and I talked about in my November 2024 purchases video. Now, just like with Frost last month, this is not something I used a ton this year. I was using it a lot at the beginning of the year, but then I kind of like fell off. I find that whenever I do those deep dive brand reviews, they kind of become my whole personality, and that's like kind of all I wear for a while. Unless I'm completely disinterested in some of the products. See my Suku brand review that I did a couple years ago. That is like kind of how that goes. And I was reviewing two brands that I found very intriguing this year. So I was testing Mob products at the beginning of the year. I was testing Vive throughout this year. So those were two brands that I was doing deep dive brand reviews on, and you can find those on my channel if you are interested in them. That is kind of what distracted me from using this. So as I said in my last video, I really like this eyeshadow formula. It's really beautiful. And I do think these work best as toppers. So if you do a thick swatch of it, it looks like just kind of like a boring beige like metallic, but its real magic is when you blend it out and you get more of a dispersed sparkly effect, which is so what I'm into, and it lives up to the name Sparkle. I do think this one is more sparkly than the shade Frost. Frost doesn't have a base to it, and what I'm learning about Sparkle products as time continues to go on is that if there's not varying sizes of shimmer, it's like harder to see. So something with a little bit of a base tends to make things look sparklier unless you're layering that sparkle thing on top of another shade, which then becomes the base shade. There's just a little bit of like a champagne beigey base to this that I think really makes the sparkle pop, and it's really beautiful and gorgeous. I really like this product. I think I already have the shades that I would want, Frost and Sparkle, so I think my collection of these is complete. I'm really satisfied with them, but I definitely have more of an affinity for liquid eyeshadows after having tried them. Historically, liquid eyeshadows haven't really worked for me because they break up on my eyes. I have really oily eyelids, but oftentimes I'm putting these on top of a powder shadow, just like a beige powder shadow that's like skin color. That has helped improve the longevity of them. I also have learned how to apply them in a way where they don't get thick and gloopy on my eyes. Instead of just applying the doe foot or the applicator directly to my eye, what I do is I get a brush and I pick up product off of the applicator and then put it on my eye. And that gives me that diffused sparkle that I showed you when I blended it out without having to like get a thick swatch of it and then blend it out. And I think when I apply thinner layers, I have a better success rate with longevity. I find that the thicker things can be on my eye, the more that they get caught whenever they start breaking down. But Sparkle, often, even if it is getting caught in the fold in my eyelid, I can just like tap it out very easily and it works beautifully. This is a very expensive product for what it is. It's like a single eyeshadow. I think they're upwards of $40. And when I'm thinking about my purchasing, this was definitely a purchase for me. It wasn't a purchase for the channel. And I feel like I purchased it pretty quietly. It wasn't something that I came on to YouTube and was very excitedly talking about. It was just something I was like, I really like it. And I was using it off camera. And I would say I probably have exclusively used it off camera more than I have used it on camera. But in that way, it has kind of become my little thing for me. As someone who makes content on YouTube about beauty, to have a makeup item that just kind of feels like it's mine and I don't really like share it with you. And it's not like to keep it exclusive or whatever. It's like a product that you could easily go buy and it's not like a secret. But like having that for me has felt like kind of nice about this product. Just a nice product to have. I don't think I needed it to buy it, but sometimes you find those products where you buy and it maybe is a product that adds excess to your makeup collection, but it still holds like value. And I found that that has been how I feel about this. Although I don't think this is remarkable enough that like if you didn't have it, you need to run out and get it. It just kind of has worked out that way for me, but I can't guarantee it would work that way for you, which is why we do these reflective purchases. So I probably, like looking back on it, wouldn't do it again, but looking back on it and having it, I am glad to have it, and I am planning on keeping on using it, and I'm happy to have it. So I think ultimately it was a good purchase. Yeah, we're just going to keep it short and simple for this video. That's it. It was a good purchase, and that wraps up my 2024 year in review purchasing videos. We're at the end. It's the end of the year. We're doing all kinds of end of the year stuff. So if you also are new to me and you watched this video, I'm posting as much as I can. I'm going to try to post every day from December 1st to the 25th. So if you want to see a daily video from me, this is how you do it. You just subscribe and I'll be in your feed. And I hope you watch them and enjoy them all. And that's it. Remember to check out that pinned comment to support people who need your help. And that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow your haute and you'll find me. And I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth. It's out.